This week, our opening contest features Kyle Pro taking on Joseph Anderson. Let's head down to ringside with Dynamite Dave Petro and Mastermind Kevin Cannon.
We are off and running on Cloud9 Wrestling. My name is Dave Petro, joined once again by the Mastermind Kevin Cannon, and this is our opening match, Kev.
That's right, my good friend Joseph Anderson getting in there and doing what he does best, getting it done against a very, very capable competitor in Kyle Pro.
Now, how did I not realize that good old Joseph is one of your cronies, so to speak, because this man, like, he basically blew by me today when I wanted to talk to him. Like, the guy's got like some sort of chip on his shoulder all the time. He walks around here like he owns the place. He walks around like he has a belt he doesn't even have.
Well, I think he kind of does own some shares and some stocks in Cloud9 Wrestling. He might kind of own the place. You know, you want to know how you didn't know that Joseph Anderson and I are tight? Because you don't got a membership at the golf club that we have. You can't get into the community club. You can't get into the places that Joseph and Anderson and I can get into. That's why you've never seen the two of us together. And to be quite honest, I think I want to keep it that way.
Tremendous main event on tonight's program. It's the young gun, Rylie Jackson, taking on one of my favorites, Mr. Inkredible, who's been on a bit of a bad luck streak as of late.
I'm hoping Mr. Inkredible can get things turned around, but right now, speaking of getting things turned around, Joseph Anderson has turned things around on Kyle Pro and a nice headlock takedown there. Joseph Anderson is in complete control here.
Kyle Pro, no slouch, a standout graduate of the Ken Anderson Pro Wrestling Academy in back over in Minnesota. Next state over.
Next state over, that's right. But even though he does have the pedigree that he comes with, Joseph Anderson here seems to be one step ahead of Kyle Pro, and that's because he's got the more expensive training, to be honest. He's got all the training, all the conditioning, all the dieting, everything that money can buy, every advantage that he can get through his wealth and through his connections. He's got it. Oh!
It's the big shoulder takedown there. Maybe Kyle Pro be able to put something together. I gotta agree with you though. Anderson been in control most of this match, except for that big shoulder tackle there, and he's jawing with the referee.
Yeah, I think I saw Kyle Pro close his fist there. That was a closed hand fist. That was not a shoulder
Where would
tackle.
the fist even connect? It was a shoulder tackle.
No, he clocked him in the jaw with that. That was... Joseph Anderson is a fair competitor. He was not expecting that, and Kyle Pro wound up and cracked him one completely against the rules. This referee should have a good mind to disqualify him.
Oh, big knee to the midsection. Kyle Pro now with the side headlock. I gotta agree, Joseph Anderson does have all the tools, but it's the attitude that stinks, Kevin.
No, his attitude is exactly what he's earned. It's what he's deserved. He carries himself the way a man of his stature should carry himself, and he lays a chop in the way a man of his stature should lay a chop in.
Another tremendous chop. Kyle Pro now. Oh, gets out of the way. Joseph Anderson hits the turnbuckles hard, and here comes Kyle Pro with an uppercut, huge uppercut, and he is on a roll. Kyle Pro now squishing basically Joseph Anderson in the corner. Are we going to see a bulldog coming up?
You're not supposed to grab a guy while he's in the corner.
Big bulldog. Kyle Pro putting it together right now on Joseph Anderson. Oh my goodness, kind of a back senton, right?
That was definitely a back senton, but it takes a lot more than that to put Joseph Anderson away. Yeah. Joseph Anderson felt that one.
Yeah, he's a bit of a disarray right now. Up we go. Look at this, he escapes and now rolls out of the ring. Joseph Anderson gonna basically call a timeout on this one.
And that is a smart move.
It's a veteran move.
Get out there, recollect your thoughts, get a hold of yourself, readjust your strategy. That's exactly what Joseph Anderson is doing. I wish the kids in attendance here would keep the noise down for him.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what a tremendous shot to Kyle Pro. I was just going to say, tremendous audience in attendance, of course. When we come to your town, Cloud9 Wrestling, go to our website for all the details when our next big live event is and get in on the action. But look at Joseph Anderson now taking control of Kyle Pro out there, and a hard fist right to the head.
That's right, Joseph Anderson. Just as I said, hook took that opportunity to recollect his thoughts, come up with a new strategy. I guess Ken Anderson doesn't teach timing like that at his school.
Firmly in control outside of the ring. The referee's kind of halted his count, kind of letting the guys do what they do best. Oh my goodness! Kyle Pro just landed in what I've always said is the hardest part of the ring, that ring apron. There's not much padding and steel beams there galore.
He's going to be walking a little funny now. That was right on his tailbone. Oh, now he's going to be thinking a little funny after that big clothesline to the back of the head from Joseph Anderson.
Some hard right hands by Joseph Anderson to the head of Kyle Pro, and he's looking very smug at what he's doing. But Kyle Pro, you can't keep the guy down that long, though. He's back to his feet and gets met with a hard turnbuckle shot.
Kyle Pro is really, I'm going to go out on a limb here. And Kyle Pro's not letting go of Joseph Anderson's arm. See that? Joseph Anderson was trying to get away there, trying to get himself off of the ropes and let him out, but Kyle Pro is holding on to his arm.
I don't think we see that the same way at all. Jawing with the referee, Joseph Anderson now in control. Kyle Pro now leaning into that turnbuckle. He wraps him up a little bit. Oh, he's pulling him by his beard.
No, his hand was stuck in that filthy, natted up beard of his.
Wild chop gets missed, and now Kyle Pro comes back with a hard chop of his own. And now maybe gaining a little bit of revenge. What's he doing? Pulling in his face a little bit, but no.
No, again, that beard needs to be washed. I don't know if he's washed it, brushed it, groomed it, nothing the last while. It's super easy for Joseph Anderson to get his well-groomed hand stuck in that disgusting beard of Kyle Pro's. And good, he deserves that.
Like a famouser there.
This is it.
2, and a kick out by Kyle Pro. Joseph Anderson is just pouring it on, but Kyle Pro right now, not looking that worse for wear, just kind of looks where he is, like looking where he is. He doesn't know where he is right now.
So he's definitely concussed. There's been a few shots here, legal, clean shots that Joseph Anderson has laid in that have definitely rang the bell of Kyle Pro. Kyle Pro does not know where he is right now. He should just tap out. This is the perfect opportunity. There's no shame in tapping out to this. Just tap out. Tap out, Kyle Pro. Tap out.
A modified sleeper Cobra clutch. Good night, Irene type of a move right now. Joseph Anderson applying on Kyle Pro.
He taught that move to me too. Yeah, he showed me how to do it. Yeah, it's great. I've won a bunch of matches with him. He's going to win this match right here.
Not so fast as Kyle Pro as that arm comes up after the referee is checking on him. Kyle Pro now back to his feet. Comes back with a hard elbow to the midsection of Joseph Anderson. And now off to the ropes he goes. Misses with the clothesline. Another clothesline miss. Double clothesline, both men down.
But Anderson, the first man, gets on top of him.
Seeing that, taking advantage of that situation right now. But Kyle Pro is just, it's hard to keep him down right now, and I think Joseph Anderson is getting a little frustrated, Kevin.
You can read it on the face of Joseph Anderson. I don't know if that's frustration. I think that's just him shifting gears to the next plan. A guy like Joseph Anderson doesn't come in with just one game plan. He's got a plan B, a plan C, all the way up to plan X, Y, Z. He's got them all. And he's not about plan E or F right now, so he's just moving on to G if E and F don't work. You see, the way his mind works is very similar to mine. We think alike.
2 counts. Kyle Pro able to kick out Dave Petro, Kevin Cannon, the mastermind at ringside. Cloud9 Wrestling off and running. We're watching Joseph Anderson right now in control over Kyle Pro. And Joseph Anderson looking pretty smug right now, but fighting back is Kyle Pro.
Of course he is, but there's not a lot of gusto on the kicks of Kyle Pro here. Kyle Pro has a lot of wind taken out of his sails. But Joseph Anderson able to telegraph that last kick.
Trying to help him up.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness. Tremendous kick to the side of the head. Kyle Pro now trying to get back to his feet. He's absorbed a lot of punishment in this match so far.
Come on, Joe, get up. You got him on the ropes here. You got him on the run.
Comes back.
Oh!
Kind of making it up as he goes along, but it was very effective. And now, a submission maneuver. What would you even call this? A bridge and a sleeper and a
camel clutch all rolled into one. Yeah, he's got him in tight. He's got him in tight. Come on, get to that rope. Get to that rope.
Referee right
Come on, Joseph.
Looks like Joseph Anderson now kind of going again to that beard in the face. And the referee kind of oblivious to that.
I think Kyle Pro just bit his hand.
And Joseph Anderson now applying another.
Back to that camel clutch again.
Yeah, that kind of a battle of the sleepers. Cobra Gut sleeper holds. Good night, Irene. I just read it. Adrian Adonis biography. That's why I'm calling it Good Night, Irene.
Well, he's going to be asleep here. Him being Kyle Pro right away. He could use a bedtime story. Maybe get lend him one of those books while he's in the hospital.
Oh, the hand is now moving a little bit. Kyle Pro not quite yet put to sleep.
Joseph Anderson sinking it in a little more.
Yeah, I mean, you see that Kyle Pro trying to battle this out with some hard shots. And now coming up. This is like amateur wrestling.
Get your shoulders up.
Right now.
Almost caught him with a backdoor pin there.
Comes back, clothesline of his own. Kyle Pro in control. Listen to this crowd. Drop kick. Levels Joseph Anderson. Kyle Pro on a roll right now. Comes up. Fireman's carry.
No.
And no. Look at Joseph Anderson. The semblance of mind to get to the rope. And holding on to Kyle Pro, but Kyle Pro fighting back right now.
Kyle Pro is not fully recovered from that beating he took. I think he kind of staggered once he got the body weight up there of Joseph Anderson, and that's what helped Anderson get to those ropes.
Oh, he's not going to suplex him out of the ring.
I hope he does. That's an easy 10 count.
Fighting back is Kyle Pro, and he gets him onto the ring apron right now. Both men in a precarious position. Big forearm shot to the head. Oh! Joseph Anderson fires back. Another one. Hard right hand by Kyle Pro. Comes back. Joseph Anderson. It's a slugfest on the apron.
Oh my. This hurts just looking at that. These guys are taking a ton of punishment here.
Referee allowing a little latitude right now. And again, going for after that weird another headbutt. What in the world? Oh my goodness. This is a bad spot for both wrestlers right. Oh, double headbutt it looked like. And looks like Joseph Anderson, he's on rubber leg streak right now.
I think both guys are seeing stars.
Yeah. And a fireman's carry, he's not going to dump him on the
No.
Is he?
No.
Oh, the ring apron.
No.
Oh my goodness, it's a bitter revenge. Kyle Pro getting on Joseph Anderson as we saw. The roles reversed earlier on in this contest. One fall, 30-minute contest, by the way. Referee checking on Joseph Anderson. Kyle Pro in the ring right now. These men have gone a long time. This is well over 12 minutes so far in this match.
Kyle Pro pulling out some of the dirtiest maneuvers I've ever seen. Dropping a guy on his head on the Unforgiven ring apron like that. That should get him suspended from Cloud9 Wrestling. And then Anderson's trying to get himself back into the ring. What does he do? Dive out at him.
Perfectly timed. Look at Kyle Pro listening to this crowd. He's attacking Joseph Anderson on the outside. Going to toss him back in the ring because that's the only place you can win this match is with a 3-count disqualification, I suppose. But look at Kyle Pro. He's eyeing up his opponent. He's getting him in sight. He comes back with a huge drop kick right on the button.
No.
1, 2, and no! Joseph Anderson able to kick out.
That was sheer instinct. Sheer instinct. I don't think Joseph Anderson's conscious.
Both men have absorbed a tremendous amount of punishment so far. And Kyle Pro now wondering, you can see what he's thinking. What will put Joseph Anderson away? What does he have in his arsenal to get the victory over the more experienced Anderson?
Anderson now.
Both men again, a tremendous amount of punishment off the ropes, comes back. Oh, blocked by Anderson. Tremendous there. Look at this. Up and down.
Right on the back of his head. He's done. He's out.
I think you're right. 1, 2, and oh! There's some fight. There's still some fight in Kyle Pro in this contest. What a match, our opening match.
I don't know if either guy can get up right now. I think, oh no. How ridiculous of me to underestimate Joseph Anderson like that. He's conscious.
He's
pulling himself together.
Kyle Pro was a moment ago. What is going to take? What is he going to have to do to put his opponent away? He's digging deep, allowing Kyle Pro to get back up, and just that disrespect shown by knocking him back down, pulling him again by the hair. I don't think there's any illegal tactic we haven't seen tonight.
Yeah, all on behalf of Kyle Pro.
I don't think so. We're not seeing it the same way tonight. Oh my goodness!
No.
basically lets go of the grip with a big boot to the side of the head. And Kyle Pro now throws himself off the rope.
And he's playing possum. And he goes. Big sit out spine buster. And it's all over.
And what is it going to take to put Kyle Pro away? Joseph Anderson now. He's back to his feet, drawing with the referee. You're not going to win many matches. Referees really don't reverse their decisions, Kevin.
I have found.
Oh, he's put his hands on the referee.
The referee's not going to be a fan of that emotion getting the better of Joseph Anderson. And I don't blame him one bit. This referee is extremely biased.
No, I don't think he's biased.
Favor
he's being disrespectful.
Kyle Pro.
He's being disrespectful.
This referee should have made Kyle Pro go back and trim his bearded hair and shower before this match.
And sign of improvement.
Here we go.
Nelson, and what has he got to do? We've kind of seen this before.
What? No, he flipped him out of it.
Reversed him. Up and down one more time.
Big
Puts the
sidewalk
leg.
slam.
1, 2, is it over? No, Joseph Anderson able to kick out. And again, trying to figure out what's going to put Joseph Anderson away.
Joseph Anderson, extremely intelligent there. Not only did he kick out, he had the semblance of mind to roll over onto his stomach, knowing Kyle Pro doesn't have a lot of energy left, knowing that Kyle Pro is going to have to exert a lot to try and get him back onto his back. So instead, Kyle Pro trying a full Nelson of his own here.
Here we go, full Nelson. He's trying. Oh my goodness, a mule kick!
No, he slipped. He slipped.
No, he didn't.
On the grease off of Kyle Pro's hair, it made him slip.
Skull crushing finale. 1, 2, and 3. Joseph Anderson picks up the big win over Kyle Pro right here on Cloud9 Wrestling. We've got our main event coming up. Young gun Rylie Jackson taking on Mr. Incredible when we come back.
Cloud9 Wrestling is brought to you in part by
We are back on Cloud9 Wrestling. Dave Petro ringside with the mastermind, Kevin Cannon. And Kevin, this is our main event. A man that doesn't need any introduction, Mr. Incredible.
The Black Hammer himself.
Who's been a bit of a losing streak, I would say. Hasn't had the best fortune in a little while. Taking on young gun Rylie Jackson, and everybody's still talking about Rylie Jackson on AEW several weeks ago. But look at this. I'm now coming out with a big twist in the arm of Mr. Incredible. One fall, 45-minute time limit, television main event.
You know what? I know Mr. Incredible has had some things not quite go his way lately, and that is extremely unfortunate. But a big win over a big-time star like Rylie Jackson, that will erase all that bad luck that Mr. Incredible has had as of late. That will put him back as a contender, not only in the minds of the people, but in the minds of the Cloud9 office and the people that make the rankings. Mr. Incredible could be a future Cloud9 champion.
100%. And you know, I followed the career of Mr. Incredible for the last 10 years or so. And during the last match, I said, you know, one of my favorites, I've always enjoyed his intensity in the matches. I've always enjoyed what he's always tried to do to win. And he's been on both sides of the fence, Kevin.
Fence? What?
And I don't mean the penitentiary fence, but that might have been true though. But he's been, no, people like this guy. They like his, like I said, they like his intensity, but he has been known to bend a rule or two.
Right now he's trying to bend himself up to his feet.
The kip-up's not working.
No,
even with the young gun's help.
And this is one of the things that Mr. Incredible needs to stop doing if he wants to get back on that winning track. He needs to do the moves that better suit him, as a big, mean, nasty individual. He needs to stop playing around with this kind of nonsense. He needs to not stoop to Rylie Jackson's level here, which is exactly what he's doing. It's upset him. It's frustrating him.
Kind of a petulant child move there, and while the young gun takes a bit of a break in the corner. And as he wants to show him, oh, he's going to help. Oh, this is not good. Asker wants to help out. Well, it's kind of a show of sportsmanship, if you will, but I don't think it's going to turn out well for the young gun. But no, he did. I thought Mr. Incredible was going to give him basically a punch to the mouth.
No, he knows Mr. Incredible's biggest weapon is that arm of his. He knows Mr. Incredible can take his head off at any given point with the black hammer, that big, gigantic clothesline that he can pull out of nowhere. Very, very smart. I'll give Rylie Jackson that for him to target that arm of Mr. Incredible, take that weapon away. Oh, but he hasn't targeted it enough because Mr. Incredible just lifted him off his feet with ease.
He seemed pretty happy when the young gun helped him up on the kip up there, but he said, okay, fun and games, yucking it up's over now. Oh, look at this. Look, that is a tremendous bicep. He has some tremendous strength. I got to give Mr. Incredible that. I think I said
absolutely. He is one of the most deceivingly strong men in all of professional wrestling. This man can get in there and lift with the best of them, and it's sheer power.
Rylie Jackson, I don't know if this is a wise move to engage in a
we didn't even get that far. No. This is probably him getting off easy, to be honest. Mr. Incredible would have broke his wrist otherwise.
Kind of a veteran move, that's for sure, and gets the other hand up, and now, Rylie Jackson's in a bad way here. He's going to get kind of muscled out on this one. I got to admire the tenacity of Rylie Jackson, the young gun. He's not going to give up. He really wants this fight. He's taking the fight to Mr. Incredible. It comes up, wraps around. Is he going to get the big man? I don't think so.
Mr. Incredible stabilizing himself there. He's got a little lower center of gravity than what Rylie Jackson is used to. Oh,
look at this. Up and underneath. The speed of young gun Rylie Jackson takes the man over. And now look at this, twists him over, and bit of a submission maneuver. Gonna get a chicken wing on it.
No, into a seatbelt.
That's it. 1, 2.
Get out. Oh, Mr. Incredible almost took another loss there early on. Looking like a maestro cradle. And it is one.
Oh, but look at this.
But no, Mr. Incredible
in the ropes.
Incredibly smart.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
a veteran.
Yes,
that is a veteran.
Knew where he was in the ring.
He's been a champion everywhere he's appeared. And he wants to recapture that former glory. Side headlock right now. Rylie Jackson off the ropes. Oh, you're not going to knock over Mr. Incredible off his feet.
No, that might work. Rylie Jackson may be able to plow through about 95% of the Cloud9 roster with a shoulder tackle like that, but not a guy like Mr.
Oh, good grief! He couldn't jump over the man.
He tripped him. That's not fair. He tripped him. That is completely unfair.
Rolls him over. Hooks didn't get the leg hook. But he gets a 2 count very close to the ropes.
No, and
Mr. Incredible.
Just the energy it takes to roll Mr. Incredible over. He's an extremely large man. So for a guy like Rylie Jackson to get him from his stomach to his back, that alone takes a lot of strength. That alone exerts him. That alone is enough to help Mr. Incredible win the match, kick out, stay alive, get to the end of the match, and try his best to get a victory here over Rylie Jackson.
He just failed out, but Rylie Jackson now going to take the fight to the outside. Eyes up Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible getting a bit of a breather here. And here comes Rylie Jackson.
Oh, no.
With a huge boot to the side of the head, maybe right in the face from my vantage point. Kind of knocks him out and comes back. Oh, my goodness. Takes him right down, and he's very proud of himself. But I got to tell you something. Rylie Jackson, you're not going to win the match right there. Maybe you're going to hurt your opponent. You need to toss him back in the ring. It's great to take the adulation of the fans, but Mr. Incredible is one tough opponent.
And that's one of those things that's a difference maker. That's one of those things that Rylie Jackson cares about, and Mr. Incredible doesn't, and that is the approval of the fans. Mr. Incredible doesn't play to these people. He doesn't give a damn what they think of him. Rylie Jackson seems to make it a priority, and that could cost him against a deadly, dangerous competitor like Mr. Incredible here.
This is the tremendous television main event, but Kevin Cannon next week on Cloud9 Wrestling. Jack, Jesus, Tommy Lee Curtis, one-on-one with Mentalo.
He's putting that Cloud9 Wrestling Championship on the line once again.
Yeah.
That man is a fighting champion if I have ever met one. Speaking of fighting, these two exchanging punches throwing them with easier. Rylie Jackson breaking up the count there so they don't get a double count out. These guys are beating the living daylights out of each other.
Fighting champion. Last time we were together, Jack Jesus tried everything in the world to stop Mentolo from getting to next week's matchup with the headline Sean Martin's in his way, putting it away, and Jack Jesus couldn't get the job done with Martin.
No, he was just watching it. It was Mentolo. I think you're remembering things wrong, Dave. Have you been taking your Alzheimer pills, Dave? I think you're remembering this completely incorrectly.
I think I've got it right. I think I've got it very correct. Mr. Incredible now turning the tables, so to speak, on Rylie.
Rylie laying on a table, just taking a nap. Come on, Rylie, you're in a wrestling match here.
I'm just trying to see. I was trying to look over what he's doing. He's taking off that do-rag of the young gun.
Look at the smile on the face of Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, he senses a kill right now.
He is like a predator stalking down his prey. He knows he's about to lay a vicious beating on young Rylie Jackson, and that could be nothing but painful.
One, two, kind of a lackadaisical cover, if you will. Mr. Incredible.
That just shows confidence. That's all.
Yeah,
but Mr. Incredible is an extremely confident man. Not only in the wrestling ring. I've hung out with this guy. He's an extremely confident guy when we go out to the bars, when we're at the airport, when we're driving. He just exudes, and as well he should.
But the confidence hasn't matched up to the win column as of late. So I think you need to work a little harder to get some of these wins and get back on the winning track.
I think. Oh no!
Oh, elbow to the side of the face. Rylie Jackson
Incredible,
now.
shake that off, Incredible.
A shot. Look more like to the throat. Up and oh my goodness!
And he's using the ropes as a weapon. I'm pretty sure that's against the rules. I'm pretty sure this referee is being more lenient than he needs to.
Rylie Jackson, the young gun, now up to the top turnbuckle. Mr. Incredible. Oh my goodness! Again, he is using the ropes. I'm going to give you that, but he is keeping the target on that arm of Mr. Incredible right now.
As we stated earlier, Mr. Incredible can take a man's head off with that arm of his that he calls the Black Hammer. He has ended many, many matches that way, and Rylie Jackson has come in here with a game plan to disable that arm, take that weapon away. Oh, Mr. Incredible pushes him off his feet. Down we go with a slam. And Rylie Jackson is feeling some pain here.
Rylie Jackson kicking out. Gotta admire the youngster, the young gun, Rylie Jackson. 1 fall, 45-minute time limit. Mr. Incredible now in control. He has sustained some punishment to that arm, but now coming back. Rylie Jackson, you gotta admire the fight, the man. He's coming back up. Oh my goodness.
But sometimes that's not always a good thing. Sometimes you gotta know when to just take a loss and live to fight another day by pushing back from underneath here against a big, mean guy like Mr. Incredible. All he's doing is prolonging the inevitable. All he's doing is extending the beating and the whooping that Mr. Incredible is laying on him and prolonging the recovery time he's going to need before his next match.
Trying to fight back with a big knee to the midsection. Mr. Incredible in the corner. The young gun Rylie Jackson in a precarious position again. Oh, reverses. Mr. Incredible hard into the turnbuckle. Can Rylie Jackson take advantage of this? Comes back hard with the clothesline. Standing clothesline. And here comes Mr. Incredible to the middle of the ring. What is Rylie Jackson have up his sleeve?
Oh, you can tell that Rylie Jackson is still in a lot of pain.
He is.
You can tell there's a lot of damage done. And I think that may have slowed him down a half step enough for Mr. Incredible to get out of the way. And inflict a little more damage.
Good grief. Mr. Incredible, listen. Oh my! That's the 1, 2. Oh. Rylie Jackson, do you think that might have been the wisest move? Thinking about the punishment that Mr. Incredible could still dish out.
Rylie Jackson running on fumes now. Mr. Incredible knows that. He knows he's getting himself back into the win column here. He knows it's just a matter of time. He knows all he has to do is finish him off, which is looking like what he is going to do right here with this sleeper hold. Far from the ropes. Rylie's nowhere near the ropes.
Rylie Jackson, the young gun, trying to fight back, trying to fight out of his way. He's absorbed a tremendous amount of punishment thus far in the match. Mr. Incredible now applying that pressure. basically has that body leverage too, but kind of releases that right now, and that's just straight choke. Kevin, that's just straight choke.
No, he's resting. He's resting his arm on it. No, he's just tired too, and he's resting his hand on his collarbone as he gets himself up off the mat. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. In fact, Mr. Incredible has never broken a rule in all the time that I've known him. He's never gotten so much as a speeding ticket. He's never not come to a complete stop at a stop sign. Mr. Incredible.
Oh, helps the little ladies across the street?
As a matter of fact, he does. You've seen him out too. Oh, okay, good. We're on the same page.
Rylie Jackson now firing back with some hard right hands. Right to the side. Oh, my goodness. Enough is enough, said Mr. Incredible. And a hard right hand.
He might have hurt his hand on that. Shaking it off a bit there.
He might have. Comes back up, and look at Rylie Jackson, the fight in him. Comes back.
Oh, out of nowhere. But Rylie Jackson has absorbed so much punishment here.
That was instinct. That was instinct.
He's still needing some recovery time himself. If he had been a little fresher, he could have rolled over onto poor Mr. Incredible here and ended this.
Mr. Incredible is dazed. Rylie Jackson. Look at this, both men.
The stir.
Some of the boys are watching this match from the back.
I don't blame them. This is an absolute barn burner.
Distracted. Mr. Incredible back to his feet first. He's eyeing him. He's got him in his sights. Oh my goodness! Another hard right hand. But look at Rylie Jackson fighting back.
Rylie Jackson.
It's a slugfest. Oh, some left, a right. Misses. Another right. I'm calling a boxing match. Ducks. Comes back. Jackson comes back with a hard right hand. And that is a kip up. And here we go.
Mr. Incredible gets
Bailing
out of
out.
there. Yes. Slowing the momentum here of Rylie Jackson. Smart move. Over he comes.
Takes out the big man. Flying through the ropes to the greatest of ease. The crowd has come alive. Rylie Jackson has that second win right now. The young gun tosses Mr. Incredible back into the ring. And I think he's going up to the top.
Mr. Incredible needs to do something here. I don't even know if he is awake or conscious. Oh! He's going to be in this match much longer. No, Mr. Incredible.
1, 2. Oh my goodness, I thought we had an upset. And that would be an upset. The young gun Rylie Jackson not taking anything away from him, but the experience and the resume of Mr. Incredible.
And the sheer size difference.
The size difference. But it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight of the dog. And we are watching a young gun. We are watching Rylie Jackson. He is absolutely giving Mr. Incredible all it can take. Mr. Incredible comes back. Uh-oh.
And there is that power we spoke about earlier. This is done. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
We need a spatula. Mr. Incredible can't believe it either. Says the referee that was a 3, but again, I don't think the referee has ever goes, yes, I think you were right. That was a 3. It's never worked in the history of professional wrestling.
No, emotion.
And I've been around for a lot of it.
Emotion getting the better of Mr. Incredible here.
Oh my.
He needs to cool off and focus on the task at hand.
Yes. I think the Cloud9 wrestling officials might have a meeting.
I know what's coming here. I know what's coming here.
We've seen him pull out the black hammer before.
Exactly.
Here we go. Turns around. No! Incredible missing. And look at that. Rylie Jackson coming back.
Just snatches that black hammer in the mid-air.
And we've seen him work over that arm earlier in this match. And now inflicting more pain.
The pain on the face of Mr. Incredible. Look at the grimace on his face. Oh my. If Rylie Jackson had been a half second later on that, he already would have had his head taken off. And, hey!
What's Sly doing there?
Hey, my good buddy. All right.
Wait a minute. He has no big.
You said the guys were wanting to watch this match. You complimented how great the action was here. Sly just wants a front row seat.
He just got off the putting green, it looks like.
Yeah, of course. But
Sly
no
sticking his
difference
nose was
than me, you, or anyone else in this building and realizing what a classic match
Nothing
this is.
good is going to come of this.
No, he's just watching. He's just watching.
Kevin, we have been around this before. Nothing. There's some evil intentions with Sly right now.
Oh, come on, Dave. You know Sly has never done an underhanded thing in his life.
Oh, just like Mr. Incredible's never broke a rule, right?
No, of course not. Yeah, there you go. Now you're thinking. Now you're using your head. Now you're using the power of observation, Dave. I'm glad we finally got there.
Rylie Jackson now outside the ring. He wants to kind of break up this love fest.
And again, I thought he liked the fans. I thought Rylie Jackson liked people watching his matches. This is just a guy who wants to come out, watch a match. Why is he getting so mad at him?
One of the young fans trying to prevent maybe some interference by Rylie Jackson. But look at this, that momentary delay. Look at this. He's actually interfering in the match. And oh no! Oh no! Where did that come from? The chain! He just leveled Rylie Jackson.
I didn't get it.
One,
That was the Black Hammer.
two. How in the world did Rylie Jackson kick out of this? The referee was distracted by that evil slide. The chain came out.
That referee needs to focus on what's going on in the match and not what's going on outside the ring. This referee needs to pay attention. That was a win for Mr. Incredible. That needed to be Mr. Incredible having his hands raised right now, but the referee was not where he was supposed to be.
Talked about instinctive kick out in an earlier match today, and that had to be it because his body is twitching. You don't get hit with a chain like that and get up.
No, a
We're watching
clothesline, you
this.
mean a clothesline, yeah.
Oh my. Here we go. Here comes Mr. Incredible. Almost
Windmill. 2 of 3.
Unholy alliance with Sly and Mr. Incredible. This is something we're going to watch in the future. Mr. Incredible picking up the win in this.
Back on the winning side of things. All right.
Main event next week. Jack Jesus, Tommy Lee Curtis defends the Cloud9 Championship against Menkolo on behalf of Kevin Cannon and David Petro saying good night from Cloud9 Wrestling.